Alright, right now in the 5 series we're going to look at Boogaloo records. It took me a while to get into some Boogaloo. I'm not really sure why, because I love this genre of music. Boogaloo was like a musical genre. It came about in the 50s, maybe the 60s, and it's a combination of African American soul, R&B, and I guess Latin salsa. So Latin kids and African American kids came together and created this genre, and it's a great genre that I discovered in New York City when I discovered this record, El Gran Combo Boogaloos. El Gran Combo are a group you see around in record stores a lot for relatively cheap. Great music. This happened to be a Boogaloo record, and I bought it and I loved it, and it was like an introduction to Boogaloo for me. But El Gran Combo are just A plus for Latin music in general. But moving on swiftly, this record, Latin Boogaloo, Pete Rodriguez, fire Boogaloo record. I got this not soon after getting that Grand Combo record, and this is just from beginning to end, it's just solid. He did a track called I like it like that, which was like the crossover Boogaloo record, I guess, that introduced Boogaloo to a wider audience. But this album doesn't have that track on there, but it doesn't need it because this album is absolutely fire. Cannot state that enough. This is the Terrible Frankie Nieves. The Terrible Frankie Nieves. Great title, great cover, great album. This is a reissue, and it just bangs. It's just a party record. It's just straight up dope, groovy, funky, head nodding Boogaloo. Cannot get enough. And this is another reissue for Benito Sextet Plus One. Great name. Who is the plus one? Take a guess. But anyway, this is another record that just bangs. Like Boogaloo, there's not much to really get into. Like Boogaloo, the sound of the genre kind of gives up what it is, kind of a boogie, and it's just like funky and groovy, and it is addictive. I've never heard a Boogaloo record that I don't like. I'm not talking about homogenized, like sterile, copycat Boogaloo records. I'm talking about Boogaloo records by the authors and the pioneers and the artists who really lived it. You cannot really go wrong with Boogaloo. Kind of similar to Ethio Jazz. I never heard an Ethio Jazz record I don't like either. But anyway, I digress. Johnny Colon, Boogaloo Blues, on the Critique label, one of my favorite Latin labels, along with the iconic Fania. Johnny Colon always delivers. I don't see his records around a lot, but if you do see them, snap them up, because the musicianship and the singing is A plus, and this is a great Boogaloo record. These are Boogaloo records that I love. Hi-Fi Recluse, good fine records. Let's get it.